using your 5 senses to make observations, that you can use scientific tools like magnifiers and thermometers to get data, and that you can answer questions by performing experiments. The vocabulary word for this lesson is inference. Click the word to find out more about it.
Saleh,
Yes.
what can you notice here in this picture?
The girl is
Yeah,
observing the plant.
is what?
The plant.
What is she doing now?
Observing
Observe by using what?
her eyes.
And what is her tool?
Hmm?
What is her tool here? What is this tool?
Magnifying glass.
Great. And what is this? Small insect. You can see small insects here. Okay, so we are going to find out the skills of scientists. What skills do scientists use? And the vocabulary word for this lesson is inference. Listen carefully, what's inference?
Inference. An untested conclusion based on your observations.
Are they? What is inference? Are they? Sami, what is inference?
An untested conclusion based on your observation.
Observation. We said observation like when you notice something by using your 5 senses. And untested conclusion based on your observation. That is?
Yes.
What is inference? Let us read that, please. Untested.
Inference. An untested conclusion based on your observations.
Again, an untested conclusion based on your observations. Osama, read that.
Untested conclusion based on your observations.
And using
Untested
untested
conclusion
based on your observation.
Please record that, boys, in your notebook. Record this in your notebook. Record that in your notebook.
Record everything.
Write it in your notebook. Adam, Abdul Ilah, Rayyan, Omar, Muhammad, Harith, Fahd, Abdul Ilah. Record it, please. Write it in your notebook. What is inference? What is inference? What is
Teacher,
inference?
page what? Page what?
It's not page. Just write what is inference or day. And don't go forward, please, without permission.
Okay.
Inference.
Inference. An untested conclusion based on your observations.
When you're done, show me your thumbs up. Fahd, have you finished? Okay.
What should I do?
Oh, I didn't finish.
You have to write this one today. Write inference.
Okay, I will go get a pencil. Okay.
I said it before. In the beginning of the class, you have to bring a notebook, your pen or pencil, and the book.
Okay. Can I go get a pencil?
Quickly, quickly. Sama, what is the time now?
It's gonna be 11 after 5 minutes.
Give me thumbs up when you're done.
I didn't understand.
Oday, I said write this word. What is inference?
In a
Read it.
notebook.
Only this whole thing.
Ah, what is, read that please, Oday.
Oh.
Inference.
Inference on
Untested.
understood
Conclusion.
conclusion
Based on your observation.
on your observation.
Like when you see something and then you understand from your 5 senses, if you see a flower and you notice it by using your 5 senses, then you perform conclusion, like specific understanding about this flower. This is called inference. Okay?
Okay.
And untested conclusion based on your observations. Done? Okay. Let's come back to the lesson.
Teacher, I didn't
How
finish
do
the
you
last
decide what to wear in the morning?
What do you say?
word. I didn't write observation.
Okay, I will open it again, but please hurry up.
It's audio observation. I'm gonna finish it fast.
Now you can see.
Yes.
All right.
I didn't finish. I have.
So I haven't finished. I haven't finished.
I finished. Yes,
Done?
I finished.
Okay, great. Concentrate.
How do you decide what to wear in the morning? That may not sound like a scientific question, but you answer it every morning using many of the same skills as scientists. Let's see how. A scientist uses inquiry skills such as observation, inference, communication, and comparison when looking for the answer to a scientific question. You use these same skills every day. Click each image to see how.
So the teacher said we as human use the same skills of scientists. Ryan, if you know, we use the 5 senses. Do you know what are your 5 senses?
5 senses.
Yeah,
Sir, can
your
you take
eyes.
water?
Yeah, okay. Your eyes to what, Ryan?
Eyes to
See.
see
Your
and
ears. Your ears to what?
to
Hear.
yes.
Yeah. Your nose to what? To smell.
No,
And your tongue for what?
to eat.
Taste.
Taste,
And your skin for what?
feel.
For feeling. Okay, now we are going to find out what are the skills of scientists every day. The first one is observe, comes from the word observation.
When you observe, you use your 5 senses to see what's happening. When it comes to deciding what to wear, you might look out the window to check if it's sunny or raining. You might hear the wind blowing, or your sense of touch could tell whether it is warm or cold.
Fahd, concentrate, please.
Infer means to draw a conclusion based on observation. If you observed a lot of dark gray clouds when you looked out the window, you can infer that there's a good chance of rain and dress accordingly.
Teacher, no,
Right.
it's not.
And infer here means if you see someone falls from the 100th floor, what will you say? Usama, this is my question to you.
What?
If you see someone falls from the 100th floor, if you see someone falls from the 100th floor or from the 10th floor, what will you say? He will die. He will die. If someone falls like that from a very high floor, he will die, right? So when you see something like that, you will understand some information. Okay, Osama? This is called infer.
Scientists communicate their observations and inferences, explaining how they reach their conclusions. You might communicate to your parents that you're wearing a raincoat because you've come to the conclusion that it's likely to rain. You need to compare your results to other results to see if your conclusion is correct. You might compare your decision to wear a raincoat with a decision you made another day to wear a sweater under the raincoat. Which was the better choice?
And she said, if in the winter, if you feel that the weather is very cold, what should we do? This question to Adam. Adam, in the winter, if you feel that we have a very, very cold weather, what should we do?
Teacher,
Yes, Adam, say.
We wear what's called?
Heavy clothes,
Yes.
like a very heavy jacket. Adam,
I have a very heavy jacket.
yeah, and we are going to wear it in the next winter. Adam, the same question, Fahd, the same question. If you feel that we have very hot weather, should we wear very heavy clothes?
No,
Why?
because if you're gonna sweat a lot and we're gonna be very hot.
That's right.
Performing an experiment is another way to answer a question. Click the clips to see how an experiment can be conducted to answer the question, which objects will float?
Now we are going to find out which object will float. Is it the duck,
Yeah, I know.
the coin,
Yes.
the key, the stone, the cube, or this ball, small ball?
I know.
Let's see.
I know.
Which one will float?
the duck.
Are you sure?
Yes, the duck.
Let's find out.
A
The duck
hypothesis
will float.
is what you think will happen. You make a hypothesis about which objects you think will float, and then your hypothesis guides the experiment.
Duck.
Now you need a plan to test your hypothesis. What materials do you need to get together? What are the steps of your experiment? Scientists test the
box.
results by doing the experiment again, but this time they change something. The thing that changes is a variable. You might change one of the objects you are using, or change the amount or type of liquid. There are also some variables that don't change. Finally, you must draw a conclusion about whether your hypothesis was correct. Did the objects
were
you
right.
thought would float really float? If not, You'll need to refine your hypothesis and try again.
So as you said, the duck will float.
Yeah.
Also, this kind of a sponge will float, but the coin will sink and this cube will sink. So the steps that we are going to conduct to make experiment, first of all, we need variables, we need constants, and we need to plan our experiment. We need to plan our experiment.
Have you ever planned a party? There are a lot of
Yes.
questions that need to be answered. And just like a scientist, you can
Uday, how can we plan for a party? Uday,
Yes, yes.
how can we plan for a party?
We
Like if your brother, if your brother's birthday is tomorrow, what will we do?
I will write. I will print some papers, then give it to people who wants to join in
Yeah,
the
great.
party.
And of course, you are going to prepare something like cakes, like
A
chocolate,
cake and
like presents.
Yeah.
Also, you are going to send invitations to your friends, to your neighbors, and so on, right?
yes.
These are the steps of something. So you need to make something called plan for everything. Here we are going to make party planning. Look how.
use inquiry skills to get the answers. Let's look at the science of party planning. Click each image to learn more. Using time and space relationships answers the questions when and where. What's the best date to have the party? Will the location be big enough for everyone? You can use classification and ordering skills to break down the different party tasks. What decorations do you need? What food do you want to serve? What games will you play? Working out the numbers is critical to the party's success. You need to make sure that you have enough drinks and goodie bags. If you're planning to make a cake with frosting, you'll need to use measuring and gathering data skills. How can you keep track of who's coming to the party? Recording this data and displaying it on a list or chart will allow you to interpret how many people to plan for. Here are some inquiry skills that scientists use. See if you can match the skill to its definition. Drag the skill to its definition.
Now we are going to drag some inquiry skills to its definition. Who is ready to make the first one? Harith?
What?
Can you read the first one here?
The first one here? I can't see it. I can't see the.
You can see?
I can't see it.
Now you can see?
But the right thing, it's not يعني.
It's lagging?
Yeah,
Okay, wait a minute.
the right thing.
It's blurry here. Is it blurry?
Repair.
Compare. Yes and one. Great.
Because I do not know how to do it in the class. I don't know how to do
Why
it.
don't you ask your mother?
I asked, but she did not know, but my dad knows.
Okay, great. Okay, Harith, read, compare.
Me? Yes.
Harith,
Okay. Compare.
Harith, are you there?
What?
Compare.
I can see it.
Communicate.
Communicate and
Infer.
infer
Infer.
Infer and
Observe.
observe.
Okay, we are going to drag each one and put it in one box. What do you think compare is? Is it explain the conclusions drawn from inferences, or check your results with those of others, or draw a conclusion based on observation, or the last one, use the 5 senses in studying your environment? What do you think?
What is the first one?
Yes, let's talk about explain the conclusions drawn from inferences. Is it compare, communicate, infer, or observe?
Communicate.
Communicate. This is explain the conclusion drawn from inferences. Let's see.
No,
You're right.
yes.
Thank you. Yazan,
Yes.
check your results with those of others. Is it compare,
Observe.
or
Observe.
observe? Are you sure?
Observe. Yes.
Check your results with those of others. Is it observe
And-
again?
Yes. Check.
It's not right. Try again.
And infer.
Are you sure?
No, just put compound.
Compare.
Compare, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Compare is to check your results with those of others. Like if you have something and you want to see if your friend has the same thing or not, you are going to make comparison.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Yasin. Rayyan?
Yes, teacher.
I'm sorry, the last one. Use the 5 senses in studying your environment. Is it infer or observe? Observe. Let's see. Perfect. Thank you, Rayyan. Thank you. Uday. The last one. Okay. Adam, the last one.
Yes.
Read it. Draw.
Draw on conclusion based on observation.
This is infer. Let's see.
Good job. Remember, these are skills that can be used for many different things.
Okay.
We will not be able to use inquiry skills until we become scientists. Is this true? Click true or false.
Muhammad. Muhammad. Omar Makki. Abdullah. What is the question and give me the answer, Abdullah. Abdullah.
Yes,
Read the question, please. We
we
will.
not be able to use inquiry skills until we become scientists.
Is this true or false? We supposed to be scientists to make inquiry skills?
False.
False. Let's see.
That's it. You don't have to wait until you're a scientist. You can and do use inquiry skills every day.
Very nice. Thank you, Abdullah. Thank you very much.
You've learned a lot about the skills that scientists use. Let's have a quick reminder of the main points before we finish. We use inquiry skills every day. These skills include observation, inference, communication, and comparison. Other skills are time and space relationships, classifying and ordering, using numbers, measuring, and recording and displaying data.